Thanks for watching Beyond the Brick. Show off your LEGO fandom with our brand new merch line. Link in the description. Now enjoy the video.
Hi, I'm Jim Beute, hard lug guy again. This is the CVN-78 USS Gerald R Ford. One of the fun things about hard lug, we get to do lots of different shows throughout the year. Down in Norfolk, there's a shipbuilding event that the museum down there does every year. It's a great show for kids, but the hard lug nerds bring out our boats for those. And the USS Gerald R Ford is a new familiar sight down in Norfolk. They just commissioned her, and she's going in and out, so people can recognize her there. So we figured it was time to build one of these. The ship itself is the newest and the first in class of the Ford class. It's different than the old Nimitz carriers. It's got all kinds of crazy new stuff in here that makes it a better, more powerful aircraft carrier, and lots of fun shapes. So we decided time to build an aircraft carrier. The scale, we started out with the air wing. We figured that would be the hardest thing to do. So we built the smallest possible recognizable F-18 and said, okay, we'll scale up from that. It looks okay, to the willing eye, that looks like an F-18. So we took that and then we scaled up the ship accordingly, and then we kind of lucked out with some of the elements. So like the E-2 Hawkeye almost looks like an E-2 Hawkeye, and the helicopters, the SH-60s they almost look like helicopters. So if you come in with a willing eye, yeah, that looks like a helicopter. That's the air wing, and it's about the right scale so that little humans can be a three stud tall little thing made out of tiles. And my son's the scene maker. I do the structure, he makes the scenes. So you could put the little green shirts. I'm sure you guys have seen that. Everybody with a different color shirt has a different job. I guess the purple guys put fuel on, and the red guys are armaments and stuff like that. So we could actually build the deck, and that's what people I think like and look at. They don't look below the deck so much. Building the deck itself, we built sideways. It's almost a mosaic, with these stupid lines that go back and forth, and I don't know what many of these lines mean. I wasn't a carrier guy when I was in the Navy, but we got to put in the different colors for the catapults, and then there's the landing part and the takeoff part, and so we again built it sideways and built it out because at the nose of the carrier there's some funny angles that I just couldn't find some studs, so I kind of had to wing it. So we built sideways across the carrier, the deck. In the bow and in the stern, likewise, the hull is built out sideways. That was to get all those fun convex curves and things that they've got on a ship. Midships, we could actually brick build it up, and then we got clever with some Technic to go sideways to get the side of the ship midships. It's got a full-size hangar in there, and I don't know how well, the lights are hanging out so you can see in there. Yep. That's my goofy son again. If you look in the forward hangar, he's got little characters that are in orange flight suits with white helmets and some X-wings and some Y-wings behind them there. And in the aft hangar door there, he's got guys dressed up as stormtroopers, and one of them's taller and black for some reason. I guess he's Darth Vader, and he's got his TIE fighters. Can't see it very well because of the way we're situated, but in this other side, he's got the old Imperial Japanese Navy, so he's got some zeros in there from last year's build.
A little creative liberty with the build.
He's, and somebody's saying, it's a very serious model, but then you look down in the hangar bay, okay, it's not serious anymore, so you're laughing. But again, when you build it this big, you get to have some fun with some of the elements. You can actually put in details like the missile launchers and the radar domes and things like that. So it worked out good when you build it out that big, and you get this new island. It's a pain in the neck. So in the old carrier, they've got a bigger island forward with all kinds of rotating radars. This one's got a smaller island with these phased array radars off at goofy angles. And under the hood, there's turntables and ball joints and jumper plates and all sorts of tricks to try to get those things at the right shape and perspective, so you can look at it and say, oh yeah, that's the Ford. Anyways, that's it in a nutshell. Questions, concerns, or
that's a great build. I love how how much thought was put into the scale and everything, and kind of getting that look exactly right. So when you bring this to the show, does it travel all as one piece, or how does that work?
I drive a Prius, so no. The flight deck itself comes apart. In fact, you can see there's a seam in the middle, so there's some. Okay. You can see where that's bulging. So again, we had to build out sideways. So the flight deck is two halves, and then the midships is one big section, and then there's a part for the stern, a part for the bow, and that worked out well because they're built different ways. The back end is again sideways built, the front end is sideways built, but the middle is built up, straight brick built, studs on top. So yeah, 5 pieces, actually 6 if you count the island. It comes off, and you travel with that if you want. So that's about that.
And then you won a trophy as well. I want to point that out. So congratulations on that there.
Thanks. Yeah, this is a tough room to win a trophy, and I wasn't expecting it. I'm proud of the build. I think it's pretty cool, but there's a whole lot of cool builds in this room, as you know. You've talked to a lot of the other guys. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
Definitely. Congratulations on that. It's a fantastic build. So thanks for bringing it out to the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you.